Anthony Richardson. Yeah, he's Anthony Richardson, I guess. There's really no quarterback in the National Football League that's currently starting, at least, that I can compare him to. And a lot of people would make super duper lazy comparisons like, oh, he's like Mahomes, he's like Allen, he plays like Lamar, he's got this and that, the frame of Allen, the speed of Lamar, the arm strength of Mahomes, or whatever the fuck people, make ridiculous comparisons to high-end quarterbacks who, start in the NFL. And those comparisons never make any sense, and so don't compare Richardson to anybody. The truth about Anthony Richardson is, I do believe he deserved to be a first-round pick, just based off tools, but not a high first-round pick. He should have been picked maybe in the 25 to 32 range by a team that does not have a quarterback, but has signed a veteran quarterback in free agency, and then you can develop that quarterback you drafted in the late first round or the early second round, and sit that young quarterback for 2 or 3 years under that, veteran quarterback that, has hopefully had some playoff experience and has played well, maybe even won a Super Bowl or 2 in the past. Something of that sort of kind. And develop that quarterback, and then when that veteran is either gone, leaves for free agency, or retires from the game of football, your young quarterback you picked in the late first round or the early second round is ready to play, and he's great. The Jordan Love, the Aaron Rodgers, what the Packers have been doing literally for 30 years has been working. Why every team is not trying to replicate what the Green Bay Packers have done over 3 decades is beyond me, because every fucking time they've done it, it's fucking worked. So why are these teams picking a guy like Anthony Richardson at 5 and immediately starting him, knowing he's going to be garbage? He has 6 interceptions in 3 weeks. Do the math. He's going to have 20-something interceptions by like week 12. And hopefully, if he turns the ball over 6 more times in 3 weeks, he'll be benched for Flacco. I'm not saying he should be benched right now, but he's really not showing much capability as a starting quarterback. But oh my God, he had that one run. Oh my God, he had those those 2 throws that were ridiculous to Alec Pierce down the field. I don't care, because those are glimpses. We haven't seen, fully what Richardson can do so far. And a lot of people would say, oh, that's why you keep starting him. That's why you throw him into the deepest part of the fire. That's why you throw him into the pits of hell. No, that's how you ruin a quarterback's morale, how you destroy his confidence, how you just shatter his morale. And that's not the way to do it in the NFL. There's a reason what Green Bay has been doing for 3 decades has been working to, just to a fucking T. It's because what they do is they take these young quarterbacks they pick in the late first round, they develop them properly, get them behind a veteran quarterback who knows how to win in the National Football League, and they learn from that quarterback, and they replicate that fucking quarterback. How Rodgers replicated Favre, and now how Love has replicated how Rodgers plays. It's a formula for success like no other in the National Football League, and no team is bothering to do it. And Richardson will probably be a bust, if we're being honest. I don't want him to be a bust because he's an exciting young quarterback prospect who has so much upside. It's ridiculous. He has the upside to be one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL, that's for sure. But it really feels to me like the Colts are mismanaging the situation. They are fucking the situation up, because they should be starting Joe Flacco, if we're being honest, because Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. Joe Flacco was playing the playoffs. Joe Flacco was at one point like a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Joe Flacco was a good NFL quarterback who had a legendary playoff run, who won a Super Bowl for the Baltimore Ravens. Joe Flacco is still solid, and he proved it with the Cleveland Browns last year. They can still play at a high level in the NFL. You give him a year or 2 years for Anthony Richardson to learn under Flacco's tutelage, and watch Richardson become a great NFL quarterback. But no, here you go, Richardson. You get the starting job immediately, day 1. Go throw picks, go get your fucking morale destroyed and your confidence shattered, and you'll be a bust because we don't know how to fucking develop a quarterback. It's sad. And Richardson was not like a C.J. Stroud, a guy who you could say, okay, yeah, you could start that guy day 1. He has the traits to start day 1. No. Everyone agreed that Richardson was a work-in-progress quarterback that was years away from being, ready to play at a high level in the NFL. So why would you immediately throw him to the wolves and say, here you go, start, see what happens? And now you're seeing what happens. You're not winning. You got a lucky win against the Bears because you're facing another shitty rookie quarterback who's not ready to fucking play, and Caleb Williams. Everyone says that guy's generational. Fuck, he might be worse than Richardson from what I've seen. The guy can't fucking read a defense. Richardson, I'm not taking anything away from Anthony Richardson. He's got great potential, immense potential. He could be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL in 2 to 3 years. But the way the Colts have managed this, it feels like now there's almost no chance he ends up being a good quarterback. Because you throw a guy like that into the fire immediately, the result will almost never be good. Because this is a raw, young, incomplete, work-in-progress project quarterback that should have been picked in the late first round or early second round, that got picked top 5 in the NFL draft, that was immediately thrust into a starting position, looked average at best in his first couple starts, and then now we're seeing, when teams have a bit of tape on him, how they're playing him, they're not even playing him like specially. Like, they're not even committing to, okay, we're going to stop him from running, or, we're going to stop him from throwing deep. They're just playing defense on him because they know that he probably can't really read the coverage or decipher the defense or, get it to his guy quick. All he can really do, he's sort of a one-dimensional, one-read quarterback, and they just got to play normally, and they're going to shut him down. And that's what defenses have been doing. Turn the film on. They're not doing anything special. Yes, they will have some exotic sort of looks and coverages for him to confuse him, which you would do with any rookie quarterback. Give him an exotic look he hasn't seen really before much in his career as a quarterback, and he will probably be confused and throw to the wrong player and throw an incomplete pass or even turn the football over. But regardless of all that, you got to look at the Colts and say, what are you doing? Because right now, I don't know how much of a chance that Anthony Richardson gives you to win football games. I know Flacco probably gives you a decent chance to win games. Is Flacco probably going to get sacked a lot because he's a statue quarterback? Yes, it's going to happen. He's probably going to get sacked a lot. But is he going to read the coverage? Is he going to make plays? Is he going to, lead this team to some wins this season? Yes, he will. And will it give someone great for Richardson to learn under for the year so we can start next year? Yes, it will. Flacco's been around the block. He's, once again, a part of the old guard of quarterbacks where it was all about drop back passing, reading coverage, and dissecting defense, and not about running around like a fucking maniac because Mahomes and Allen did it, therefore I have to do it because that's what gets me drafted high. I mean, that's basically every quarterback coming out of college now. Everyone wants to fucking run around, and we're seeing the result of that in the NFL. Richardson's one of them who, has immense upside and immense potential. If you could just teach him the playbook, if you could teach him how to read the coverage and anticipate better, he would be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But you're throwing him into the fire, you're really giving him no chance of success because the veteran is the one who should be starting, not the goddamn who is basically a rookie, if we're being honest. He started, 4 games or 3 games last year? He's still a rookie. This is basically his first season in the NFL. And he looks like a fucking young quarterback who, has no chance of being good at this stage in his career because he's been thrown into a really bad situation. It's not that bad, but it's still not good. The Colts situation is not really good. And plus, when he's facing really good defenses like the Bears, on a week-to-week basis, it's just going to get harder because there's probably harder defenses on that schedule than the Bears. And, it's going to be a rude awakening for the Colts. When they ruin this guy, I will feel bad for Richardson because he doesn't deserve it. But I will not feel bad for the Colts because they made a stupid decision of starting this kid way too early in his career and not starting Flacco and not having him learn under Flacco. And it's going to, blow up in their face. And it will be funny for the Colts, not so funny for Richardson. Thank you all for watching. This has been Mr. Truth, and this was nothing but the truth.